Hello, what is up there, ghouls and gamers? Vicious here with the Swamp Mages. Wanted to give a quick summary about the update that is coming to Warhammer 40k Darktide. We were supposed to get it today, but due to some issues, which it says right here in the update, um, they're trying to get it out tomorrow instead, December 15th, if you're watching this video late. Is when they're trying to get the update out. There's a lot of information in the update, but most of it is bug fixes. So we're going to kind of just scroll through and catch the hot takes out of this, which is essentially, let's see here, stability issues. They are actively investigating crashes. We all know we're getting a lot of crashes. Um, I can say they have been working on it. Hopefully they'll get fixed soon. They still don't know where 4008, how it's occurring, but they have, as far as error code 4008, but error code 2007, they are apparently with this patch taking some steps to prevent that. They're working on some GPU related crashes. I didn't have issues with my Twitch drops, but apparently some people were having account connectivity issues with Twitch drops, so hopefully they'll fix that soon. And players reporting no reward or progression are given after a mission completion. This happens when people would pretty much crash right after the mission and they wouldn't get none of their stuff, which happened to me a couple times. So I'm hoping that they will get that fixed soon. Um, they're currently fixing contracts do not progress for some players. That was an issue that I had, so hopefully that will work. Some penances will work differently than expected. Error code 2001, they've identified and they're currently working on solutions to that. And stuck in position 1. Now, I personally haven't had this issue happen, but I have multiple of my friends have. So they found that they're working on a solution. Commodore's vestures. Let's see here. Remove the timer. This is about the store. Essentially, they're going to remove the timer for the current stuff that's up in the store until they have enough stuff to pretty much replace it to where they can keep rotating their deals. So right now, you've still got that going on. See here, content drop. This is the big one. So they are introducing a new map, two new weapons, one for the Zealot, one for the Ogren. Uh, the new refining option is being added to the crafting, and the inclusion of private games, and the addition of 3 new conditions. So this is the meat and potatoes of this right here. We're gonna go. It's here in Complex 154-2F. It is up to you and your strike team to gain access to the complex, get to the roof, and the HL 1924 Archivum, and transmit a message to your allies in the Imperium. So that's going to be your new map. Looks like it's going to be possibly a new style where you're trying to get here and pretty much get a message out to your allies. Let's see here. To support the launch of Complex, we will enable several conditions during the mission over the next few days. I'm not 100% sure what that means. 2 new weapons. The Indignatus MK4E Crusher, a 2-handed power maul for Zealots. Not sure what's up with that because they already have the Thunder Hammer. So I don't know if this is going to be a alternate version of the Thunder Hammer or if it's going to be a completely different weapon that works differently. Maybe it says Power Maul, so I'm willing to bet that it's going to be a hammer that's more akin to the Power Sword for the veteran, where you'll be able to like charge it up and do, cut through carapace armor and stuff. The other one is the one I'm excited about. The Atlas MK1 Power Maul, a one-handed power maul for the Ogren. Ogrens are getting a power weapon. I'm super excited about it. If this patch does come out tomorrow, I'll be recording some gameplay footage of the power maul and putting it up on this channel. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. Private play is now going to be available. Pretty much private play is going to be, if you have 2 or more people in your party, you can set up private play to where you get bots for whoever you don't have. And if people drop or whatever happens, randoms will not be able to join your group. Only people from your friends list will be able to join your group. So if you're trying to play with friends and you're having connectivity issues and they drop and then they try and come back, but somebody else already filled their spot, this will fix that. You'll be able to just have a private party, only your friends can join it, and you're good to go. Refine is going to be a new thing for the crafting system. It's going to pretty much, you can now choose to refine a single perk, which will lock other perks. So pretty much you'll only be able to pick one perk to refine. Perks in the item card view will show their tier through the number of diamonds next to the perk, ranging from 1 to 4. Not really sure what that means. We'll get into that. When it dropped, we'll get a better look at what that actually means. Each refine action taken on the perk will see a cost reduction for resources. My guess is going to be something kind of like Diablo, where you can kind of pick a perk and adjust it and change a perk on a weapon, but it locks the rest of it. You can only change one perk. Excited to see how that works out. Any improvements to the crafting system is good by me. And then 2 new conditions. So hunting grounds is going to be where they're going to will fend off increased number of pox hounds. So pretty much there's just going to be extra dogs on the map, I'm guessing. And then assault, which is more enemies, more ammo, less healing. So get ready for a chaotic run, especially if we're on some of those higher difficulties. That's going to be pretty wild. When they say less healing, I'm wondering if that means that there is just less healing kits, or less charges on med stations, or less med stations, or all of the above. That's going to be pretty wild. They changed some quality of life stuff. They're adding some, pretty much the chat window is going to be accessible at all times now, which is pretty cool. I don't use chat, but I'm sure a lot of people do. So it's nice that they're making that quality of life adjustment. The option to merge strike teams is currently being removed for now until they can make it better, pretty much. I haven't tried merging any strike teams, but if you've been having issues or it doesn't work right, they're taking it out, trying to fix it. And added 2,400 Achilles pack to cosmetic bundles can be purchased at face value. That's where they pretty much, you can buy a 2,400 Achilles. Apparently a lot of people didn't like their purchasing currency setup. It wasn't comfortable, so they added this for you guys. Performance and stability is just one more. Once again, they're talking about the crashes. The GPU crashes is their biggest concern right now. That's the first one that they're working on. Then they've got some client mismatch crashes that they're working on. VFX crashing because of certain fired projectiles. A lot of bug fixes here. Contracts and penances, it's nothing new. It's just bug fixes with your contracts. I had that happen where some of my contracts wouldn't progress during every mission, but they isolated and resolved some of that. Localization issues with UI text. And then weapons. They did a lot to weapons. It's mostly bug fixes. I'm not going to go through all these bug fixes, but if you're having issues with your favorite guns or swords or whatever, you might want to look through here. and see if they fixed the issues you were having. Some of it's on reticles. I looked through some of it. It's all sorts of stuff. Then they tweaked a few weapons, which is the spearhead bolt gun. They, let's see here, added equip variations and reworked original equip to make the equip animations less repetitive and frustrating. Fixed an issue with snapping. Fixed exploit where weapon swapping at the right time would result in much faster reload. Um, they tweaked the power sword. They tuned down the cleave on power attacks, so that busted power sword that y'all been swinging through everything, uh, it's going to be a little less strong now. They added damage fall off for targets beyond the third on heavy activated sweeps, scales from 130 to 260 at targets 1, 2, and 3, down towards 50 to 100. Whoa, that's pretty big. That's a big drop off at target 8 plus. So, tweak Lucius pattern las guns, tune charging VFX to unblock view of shot, pushed ADS FOV to 65 to clean up sight a bit. Increased time until forced shot across all marks, and decreased ammo consumption on fully charged shots. That's a good one. And reduced charge time. That's a good one. Reduced chain time for bayonets. Increased damage versus armored or resistance on low charge from 40 to 50% to 50 to 60%. So that's pretty good. Your what used to be your high end will now be your low end, and you'll have a new, even stronger high end. Increased minimum charge scaler for the Mark II charge shot from 30 to 40%. Reduced suppression sway. So pretty much they just made this Lucius pattern las guns just better. They tweaked M35 Magnacore plasma gun, which, let's see here, reduced the clip size. They improved vent duration. They adjusted vent speed. The time scaling of venting. Okay, so they changed the ammo a little bit, but other than that, they helped a lot with the venting. Retune vent damage to player and allow heavy charge shots to continue after shooting through geometry. Tweak Zorona Mark II quick draw stub revolver. They increased ammo reserve, increased range, so they buffed it. Increased high end base damage. And increased hit scan range. They also tweaked the Headhunter auto guns, reduced recoil, that's good. Increased damage. All around increased damage of all variants. Tweaked the heavy eviscerator, I didn't see this one. Increased baseline damage. Armor mod versus flat armor from 30 to 50%. That's great. And infested from 75 to 100% on light attacks. That's super great. Increased baseline impact armor mod versus flak armor from 50 to 75%. Maniacs from 50 to 75%. And carapace armor from 50 to 75% on light attacks. Horizontal light attack damage from 25 to 50 now up to 35 to 70. Increased diagonal cuts, same thing, 35 to 70, now 40 to 80. That's killer. Dude, Eviscerator's going to be way better now. Increased light attack, baseline armor mod. Oh, this is for the Thunderhammer versus flak from 75 to 90%. So they buffed both the Thunderhammer and the Eviscerators for the Acolytes. That's gonna be pretty sweet. And then they fixed some more bugs and issues. The rest of this is essentially bugs, bug fixes, game fixes. We knew there was gonna be a lot of them coming up. Mission fixes, sound effects, which I had some of my friends was complaining about sound effects issues, so I'm glad they're resolving some of that. Let's see, your character customization. Apparently, there was some issues with clipping. Yeah, it's from this point on. It's just a lot of this is pretty cool. UI. They added texture quality settings to the settings menu and added mesh quality LOD distance slider to the settings menu. And then the rest of it was a lot of bug fixes and stuff. So it's a lot of information. I'm just trying to give you the baseline biggest stuff, which is essentially they're fixing a lot of bugs, fixing a lot of crashes, still identifying problems, and hopefully resolving those soon. The big, cheap, meaty chunk is the new content coming up. Once again, Ogren video coming up hopefully tomorrow, and we'll take a look at our new Power Mall. I'm going to try and get some more of these videos out in the future as we get more and more content updates for Darktide. For those of you new to the channel, we cover a lot of different kinds of games here. And it's not just me. I'm sure you can see videos all around from quite a few different people that post on the channel. So come, tell us how we're doing, tell us how we can improve, let us know what you're interested in. And hopefully I'll be able to cover these content videos a little better. I don't know a lot of the guns very well because I've pretty much mostly just played Ogren and Psyker. So, but I am working on the other two, which if you come check out the stream, the Swamp Mages stream on Twitch every now and again, you'll see us playing some different stuff and probably me learning some different stuff. So, all right, well, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next time. Stay swampy.